What's up, everyone? This is the format of what these recap videos will look like. I start off with this screen talking to my wall about the past week of NFL action, which is great. Week one, honestly, the best week one I can remember. It's also the only week one that I can remember. But we had some great games, some big comebacks. My Saints got a massive win over the dog shit looking Panthers. It was lots of fun. Lots of fun. Aaron Rodgers didn't die on the fourth play. He did fumble, which was funny. Yeah. As to quote Scott Hansen, football. This is the part of these videos where I talk about rule changes and various stuff like that. There were no rule changes. No one dropped out. Thank you for that. Please continue to make picks, though. Just want to remind everyone, mulligans are available for everyone to buy. They're in the Power Up shop, which is open to everyone. But you can only use one per week, so don't stockpile them like that's not the case. You can stockpile them, but just, use them sparingly because you have to. And you can use them at any time. It just makes the bet that you replace lose, but you don't have to wait for that bet to officially lose. You can, if you want to replace it, you can replace it. Also, the highest scorer in a certain week can pick the background music, can do whatever they want to the Power Up shop, and pick the challenge for the next week. I don't know if I mentioned that in the intro video, but I just want to make all of that very clear. The Power Up shop thing you can do, that includes making power-ups, making new power-ups. Making them up, which did happen. Speaking of this week, let's just get into what actually happened. Commiserations, especially to Connor, Cooper, and Ryan, all of whom won 3 bets but lost their matchups. Just keep doing what you're doing, guys. Eventually, you'll win a lot. The 13-week regular season will balance out those sort of, moments of misfortune. Morgan and Russell, reconsider how you make picks. But Rowan definitely don't. He got 8,400 points and a perfecto, the first of the season, second of his career, including a really just balls on the table Cowboys plus 10 part of a free bet parlay. That's insane that hit. I think that's a new. I'll have to check whether that's a record score. Congrats to him. I may as well show you all what the table looks like. But it's not super relevant right now. I think that's obvious, right? I mean, it's much more important that you know whether you won or lost. The little number to the left of your name doesn't mean a whole lot. It's effectively just, there are tiebreakers. There's bet differential, and then I sorted everyone else by who completed the challenge. I put them on top, but that doesn't matter. That's not how we're going to determine who gets into the playoffs or whatnot. Again, it's just what matters is whether you won or lost. Except the number 1 in front of Rowan's name, which is well-earned, well-deserved. Obviously, that is because he scored a perfecto, was the highest scorer, so he had free reign over the power-up shop, and he did not much to the bet or to the power-ups that were already there. He didn't restock mulligans. There's 12 of those, but none of the other ones needed to be restocked because no one's bought any. However, what he did do was invent a new power-up. He wanted it to be called Oh Shit, which I thought didn't really work, so I renamed it Insurance. But for any lock, upset, or spread, including a free bet that would otherwise work as one of those, if that loses by 3 scores, or more than 2 scores, so 17 points or more, you get half of its value for free, just automatically. That's great. I'm definitely going to buy that. That's an excellent power-up, Rowan. Congrats, and thank you. Here's who you're playing in week 2. I'm not going to read it out to you. Find your own name. But Rowan Parker, that's the 1-2 matchup, at least in terms of seeding right now. So circle that one, and then. Yeah, the challenge, win a bet on any team playing a backup at an offensive skill position. So I take it will be a lot of Vikings bets this week. For example, also Jordan Mason with the 49ers would have worked. You don't have to bet on that player specifically, just on the team. that's doing that. It has to be a skill position because, well, no, I'm not going to say we don't care about offensive line, but we really don't. Here is, okay, Toto is over. This is my own fantasy football league. I decided this year to report these in a hopefully more fun way, sort of a newspaper, and these are like headlines. So, I did it by like, you know, your fantasy team name. Dynasty is on the left, redraft is on the right. You should be able to parse what these mean. I put the scores there except, well, yeah, I put all the scores there. I guess the main two things, Jake put up a whopping 166 on Caleb, who, stark contrast, didn't even get to 50 points in Dynasty. That's hilarious. And then it was a shootout between A.J. Brown versus Board, which is James, and Hingle McCringleberry, which is Russell, which Russell won. It was a lower scoring week in redraft. I'll have more in-depth statistics once more in-depth statistics happen. But for now, that's it, I guess.